Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Rachel. I am a speaker, I'm an author, I'm a business owner, but most importantly for today, I am an accountant. I have my wonderful Instagram community where you can find me, accountant_she. We do lots of things over there. I try and break down some barriers, let you guys know what it's like to be a business owner, show you behind the scenes, but also, and kind of most importantly, answer your questions. I recently, last month, was a panel member on an AAT discussion, which was a Q&A session, and there was actually very limited time to answer questions. And so I popped a questions box on my story on Instagram. I got you guys to ask lots and lots of questions, and oh boy, you did not disappoint. So today I'm going to run through all of the questions that you asked and my answers. I'm not going to waste any more time. Get a cup of tea because I am about to... Okay, let's go. So somebody has asked, could I still go for an accounting apprenticeship even if I have a law degree? So that's a really good question, and it is a very common question. The answer is yes. So the entry requirements to do apprenticeships differ depending on the level and the qualification that you'd like to do, but please do not let it impact you. If you went to university and you have a degree in a different subject, that doesn't change a thing. Quite often your degree, even if it is in another subject, can give you exemptions to certain parts of your qualification or your apprenticeship, and so it doesn't matter if you've already got a degree, and it doesn't matter if it was in an unrelated subject. Again, that'll just mean that you have lots and lots of different skills to bring to an employer, and don't let it dishearten you. So Georgia has asked, I am studying AAT level 2, can I apply for an apprenticeship? Yes, absolutely. So there's a couple of different things to talk about here. The first is that if you're already studying, an employer can take you, but you'll only be able to go onto an apprenticeship scheme as a fresh level. So you can only come on board as an apprentice with a brand new level and a brand new qualification. However, lots and lots of people do still offer study support for you, and so you can start a job currently doing a qualification and you'll still get study support from your employer. We've actually done that for a couple of our members of staff and we absolutely love it. Then at the next available opportunity, we'll put you onto an apprenticeship scheme, which just increases the amount of support and funding that you can get access to. Okay, so Stacey has asked, what is the best way to make a jump from working in industry to working in practice? So we have actually hired people from all areas of industry. We've got somebody with a charities background, somebody with a FTSE 100 background, somebody with a manufacturing industry background. And so the first thing, and probably the most valuable thing that I'll be able to say to you, is don't let it put you off. You will still make a great accountant. You won't have as much experience as somebody that works in practice. You will require more training and development, but actually you'll have a lot of development in other skills areas that other people just don't have. Take it in your stride, let your confidence increase. You have experience, it's just different experience, and it's up to you to translate to the person that you're interviewing with, the job that you're applying for, how you can best apply that knowledge into this role. I just want to squash this idea that everybody has that you can't make the jump. You absolutely can. It will be a big change, but it will also be a fantastic change. So you can do it. Go Stacey. Somebody said this is not a question, I just wanted to say you were an asset to the presentation. Inspiring. Love heart emoji, love heart emoji. Thank you, Victoire. Marnie has asked, I am an older student. I've got a degree and a postgrad in law. I want to do AAT level 2 and level 3. Should I be an apprentice? Oh, Marnie. Yes, absolutely. So I would love to take this as an opportunity to just map out how an apprenticeship works. So an apprenticeship, if you are engaging with a training provider directly, it's just you and the training provider. You pay the training provider your fees and they deliver the training and they take you through the course. With an apprenticeship, you become a triangle. So there's the employer, there's you as the apprentice, and then there's the training provider. All three of you sign a commitment statement where you agree to support each other. There's lots of government funding, both for you as the individual having your training and your course fees covered, but also there are lots of government incentives at the moment for hiring apprentices as well. And so that triangle is a triangle of support, funding, guidance, and development for you as an apprentice. One of the best bits about being an apprentice is a commitment from your employer that they commit to help you develop knowledge, skills, and behaviours in all of the different industries and all of the different topics that you have to cover in order to be signed off. Hopefully, through the way I've just explained that, that'll give you really great insight into why age has nothing to do with being an apprentice. Why, if you already have a degree, it has nothing to do with being an apprentice. I think historically, specifically in the UK, there's a bit of a stigma around being an apprentice, and that it's only certain trades or certain qualification levels that meet being an apprentice. That is absolutely not the case. The UK government are doing fantastic things within the apprenticeship space to encourage people to become apprentices, to encourage business owners to hire apprentices, and so age has nothing to do with it. And I would really encourage you to, no matter what age you are, no matter what your previous experience is, to consider an apprenticeship. The reason I think there's a stigma around people with more experience or people that are later on in their career is money. And I just want to let you know this is a really important piece for me. It's something that I'm really passionate about. The apprenticeship minimum wage is a choice. It is the bare minimum. Employers do exist that refuse to pay the apprenticeship minimum wage. We are seeing more and more people step away from it. The finance industry is hugely understaffed at the moment, and actually that gives you as the candidate the power. You don't have to accept anything less than the market rate for your role, if not above that. Like, especially if you are an older candidate, you're bringing more experience from so many different areas of your life into the position. And so if you are older and you have more experience, that only brings advantages. If you can find someone that doesn't pay the apprenticeship minimum wage, even better. We do exist, you just have to find us. So Katie has asked, can you do more than 2 optional units in AAT level 4? If so, can you do them all? That is a good question, Katie. The short answer is no, you can only do 2, mainly because your fees and the fees that you pay your training provider are just for 2, and very often you find that training providers don't actually offer them all. They'll only offer a couple that their cohort of teachers can teach and have the capability to teach. I've never heard of anybody optionally doing them. I know that you can't actually choose to do it through a training provider, but I guess you could just buy the books and sit the exams, but it wouldn't actually gain you any further qualifications outside of AAT level 4. Okay, so there are a lot of questions here about moving from industry to practice, which I have already answered, so I'm just going to skip over them. But if you did submit a question about industry to practice and you want some more information, please do slide on into my DMs and I would love to help you. Okay, so somebody's asked which AAT level is best for an apprenticeship. I'm biased, but I'm going to say all of them. Literally all of them. Every single level of an apprenticeship, every single level of AAT brings with it new challenges. And so AAT actually have a really good skills checker where you can enter your qualifications, what previous experience and qualifications you already have, and it will tell you which level you should start at, and that will then help you to find apprenticeships at that level. Fran has asked, I finished AAT level 3 9 years ago. How can I get back into it? I've forgotten everything. Okay, this is a really good question. So firstly, I would consider signing up for level 4. It's very, very common for people to take breaks in between their studies, so I definitely wouldn't let that put you off. I would also like to let you know that once you register with a college for level 4, you'll then also have to reinstate your AAT membership in order to be able to start sitting exams again. And actually through the AAT portal, especially if you did it 9 years ago, the AAT portal's probably changed quite a lot since you did it. So you have online access to exams, study material, practice papers, and so if you wanted to, you could register for AAT level 4, activate your AAT membership, and then before you start level 4, actually just run through lots of the level 3 course material to help you to refresh your confidence, refresh your knowledge, cover any gaps that you might have, and then go into level 4 feeling really, really confident. Okay, so somebody's asked, hi Rachel, what is the difference between being a trainee and being an apprentice? That's a really good question. Are you okay? So we actually hire apprentices and trainees within our practice, and the difference is actually formally being part of an apprenticeship scheme. So within the apprenticeship scheme, the apprentice, the employer and the training provider all enter into an agreement. Traineeships and people being trainees is very common. It's basically just where they are studying or learning in their own time and working at a full-time job. The difference is basically the funding type. The level of development, support and qualifications is very, very similar. So we have it, for example, where there's a member of staff who is doing AAT level 4. She'd already started doing level 4 when she came to us, and so we couldn't put her onto an apprenticeship program. However, we offer her exactly the same levels of support, guidance and development during her time with us. The only difference is that I guess she's doing a traineeship rather than an apprenticeship, because even though we're fully funding her, it's not part of a formal apprenticeship agreement. And so that's the only difference. Thank you so much for sending your questions in. I absolutely love these like juicy sessions. I feel like it's a great opportunity for us to catch up, for you to get your questions answered, and so I might try and do them a little bit more frequently for you because you guys seem to absolutely love them. Thank you so much for sending your questions in. I would absolutely love to see you. If you're not already over on my Instagram platform, I would absolutely love to see you. You can find me at accountant_she, where you can slide into my DMs. I voice note everybody back. I answer all of my DMs myself. So any questions that you've got, I'd absolutely love to hear from you, and I hope to see you again very soon.